Alright, we're back. Take the pizza. What is this, December 28th? Technically, it's the 25th. I'm going to be busy Wednesday. So I'm recording this in the middle of Christmas right now. So Merry Christmas to everybody. But this will be posted on Wednesday to keep everything in check. You got to have everything going up on Wednesday. You got to keep everything good. So everybody knows Wednesday, it comes out on Wednesday. So this is the first time I'm filming it on Monday, but it's for Wednesday. Or maybe I'll post it up late Tuesday night. I don't know. Whatever. The point is, we're back. And the Christmas miracle did not happen. Or should I say the Christmas Eve miracle did not happen. It was a long shot. I didn't think it was going to happen. That's why I said it's a miracle. It's a miracle if it happens. I don't know how this nostril dumbass guy, he predicts a million things, and, within 5,000 years, some of the stuff comes true. Here I predict something on Wednesday, it's got to come true within 112 hours or whatever it is from Wednesday to Sunday, unless it's a Monday night game. So yeah, that's how that went down. So the Christmas miracle did not come in, so it's not a miracle. But the regular NFL picks went 3-0, and the hockey picks did the complete opposite. So that was I went 5-0 2 weeks ago, and then 3-0 on the NFL this week that just passed, and then 0-3 on hockey. I was on fire on hockey all of a sudden, I don't know, I guess I fell down on the ice and I cooled off. So that's how that went down. So if everybody's here looking for the picks, like I say, I always give the picks in the beginning. See, now, once that stopped listening last week, after you shut the video off, I put out the Christmas miracle. So now if it hit, you guys would have been like, oh, I missed it. I should have watched the whole video. But, a lot of people just stick around for the picks. But this is what I'm going to do for this Week 17 of the NFL. Week 17, last week of the regular season. I'm going to take the Saints over the Buccaneers. All right, so then the Patriots over the Jets. Hopefully Tom Brady plays. If not, that might be a different outcome. But if Tom Brady's playing, take the Patriots over the Jets. They might sit Gronk, but that's the thing. It's Week 17. They don't really need to win the game. They already got home field wrapped up. You don't want to get the guy injured. So let's go with he's a 50-50. Today's Monday. If it was Wednesday, they would already have who's going to be the starting quarterback. And the final pick will be the Steelers over the Browns. So that's the picks for Week 17, the last week of the NFL, and then we go into the playoffs. So we'll see what happens there, because there'll be less games. So I'm gonna have to research a little bit more. So, but what we're gonna talk about today on this episode 6 of Take the Pizza, we'll talk about every Christmas I always watch The Godfather 1 and 2. And then I watch Goodfellas, and I watch Casino. Every once in a while, I'll throw in Donnie Brasco with that. So, so I already watched Godfather 1 and 2. So I still got to catch Casino and Goodfellas. That's a tradition I started, because I'm Italian, Italian American. I got to watch all the mob movies, because, Christmas time you got to be with family. Why don't we watch some family movies? But the other day I watched Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. I watched all 4. If you have Hulu, they got the whole Rocky saga thing going. I don't know if I'm going to watch number 5. But I saw Creed a month ago, so I don't need to watch Creed. But Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's some trivia for you. When did they start playing the Eye of the Tiger song? The Eye of the Tiger song was in Rocky 3. And speaking of Rocky 3, here's the thing. Rocky fought Mr. T twice. The first time, that was when his trainer Mickey was dying. So Mr. T, Clubber Lang is the character. He won the belt. And then Rocky did a rematch and beat him. Alright, but here's the thing. Rocky 4, where was Mr. T? They came out with this other guy, Ivan Drago. Apollo retired. He comes out of retirement. He goes and fights Drago, and he gets killed. Literally. But what happened to Mr. T? How come after that, Rocky fights Drago and beats Drago, right? It was an exhibition match. It wasn't even for the championship. But how come Drago didn't fight Clubber Lang? See, that's what should have been at the Rocky 5. Instead of, waiting 20 years, what is it, 15, 20 years for them to make a 5? They should have did maybe 4.5. They should have had Ivan Drago fight Mr. T, and then the winner gets a rematch with Rocky. That's what I would have did if I was writing the movies. I got to talk to Stallone and be like, hey, this is what you should have did. And he's like, who gives a shit? Who cares what you're saying? Rocky is over and done with. But Creed was a good movie, so if you didn't catch Creed, because Creed 2, I don't know if it's coming out 2018 or 2019, but I know they're going to film part 2, and maybe Clubber Lang will fight Creed, or his son. Maybe Clubber Lang has a son named Billy Club, and then maybe Creed will fight Billy Club in Creed 2. So that might be a good situation. Maybe I should just start writing. I started writing a boxing movie, but after about the second round, I was like, forget it. But I don't have my corner guy today because it's Christmas. If the corner guy was here, I could tell if I'm doing good. See, that's the whole point of having a corner guy. He doesn't want to talk on camera. He doesn't want to get on microphone. He doesn't want to do any of that stuff. But he sits in the corner, and I could tell how good I'm doing. But, now the corner guy's not here. This is like, for a boxer, you got your corner guy, you got your cut guy, and then you got the guy that should have threw in the towel, or Apollo would still be alive. Actually, that was Rocky that was holding the towel. He should have threw the towel in. The other guy's like, throw the towel in! Throw the towel in! But Rocky never threw the towel in, and then Apollo died. It's a movie. He's still alive. Apollo, I think, is actually a rocket, but in the movie, he's a boxer. So what I want to talk about here is the other day, my friend, I was with a group of friends of mine, and a friend of mine's talking about buying the new Grand Cherokee Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk or Trackhawk. It's a supercharged Hemi engine with 707 horsepower, and it does like 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. And it does the quarter mile in 11.6, and a top speed of 180 miles an hour. And then a non-car guy, friend of ours, is like, "What are you gonna do with all? You're not gonna use all that speed. There's no point to have a car like that." And that's the thing with non-car people; they just don't understand us gearheads. And then the next day, I was talking to a friend of mine. About the Kia Stinger. Had a Kia Stinger that just came out. The 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds with a top speed of 167 miles an hour. And a non-car guy once again goes, where are you going to do 167 miles an hour? What, are you kidding me? I said, in the school zones. At 8 in the morning. That's where you're going to do 167 miles. Where else do you think you're going to do 167? In a school zone, why they're doing constructions at 8 a.m. That's where. But the non-car people don't understand this stuff. They don't understand how. That's the thing. Most people have done 100 miles an hour. Most. Probably 90%, 95%. Then one time in your life you've done 100 miles an hour. Okay? Here's the thing. If you're going to do 100 miles an hour, it's safer to do it in a car that could do 180 miles an hour and not a Toyota Corolla. That's the difference. It's twice as safe if you got a 200 mile an hour car when you're doing 100 versus a car that only could do 108 and you're doing 100 miles an hour. That's insane. Doing 100 miles an hour in a Toyota Corolla is stupid. Doing 100 miles an hour in a Camaro ZL1 or a Mustang Cobra, that's fine. It's safe. It's much safer than doing it in a Mitsubishi Mirage. That's all I'm talking about. The non-car guys, you're ridiculous. Don't even open your mouth when there's two gearheads talking about cars going fast. Who's going to drive 180 miles an hour if they buy the Jeep? Maybe 1% of the owners will actually do 180? No, it's probably less than that.